Assassination Classroom Chapter 1 was that greatness. Oh my god, G. Yo, fucking Koro, Koro Sensei, or Koro stands for Unkillable Sensei. Sensei means teacher, so unkillable teachers. So I'll explain to you what happened when we went down this chapter, then later on I will let you know my thoughts. So basically, Assassination Classroom is basically this alien type octopus with tentacles, saying, basically he was the one who destroyed 70% of the moon, so more than half the moon is gone and it is a crescent, and he said he will blow up the earth if they cannot kill him by March or by graduation. So Class E, which actually stands for Class N, is basically a class somewhere in the mountains for people who are unable to actually, it's like ed class, it's like, it's ESL, if like English second language class, like how I went to class, that, if you didn't do very well or you're not really smart, you go to that type of classrooms. Where some people in the real world, some people who have disabilities or can't do anything properly, or who are not smart enough, go to that classroom. We'll do that example there. And basically, they have to assassinate him. So at the beginning of this, why he's so powerful. The government cannot kill this monster. He is a fucking monster. But don't worry, he is raised on Earth. He's been born and I don't think he was born, but I think he was raised on Earth because around the chapter, they actually showed him with a woman, whatever, and he looked like he had a more human-like form, a shadow-like human-like form. So basically, I think he transformed into an octopus, so maybe he was born as an octopus, so I have no idea. As I read more of the manga, I'll definitely tell you guys, because I'll be reviewing every volume. I'll be reviewing volumes of it, or at least like every 20-30 chapters I read, I'll be reviewing all of those for the channel. But overall, he was a mule. At the start of the chapter, it was like, we all here, get ready, like, everyone had their guns and shit. I was like, what the fuck kind of classroom is this? And then, while, he's taking attendance and shit, he's moving, like, are you here, like, I can hear over the sound of gunfights. Can you please speak louder? He's okay with it because he wants them to kill him because he's so powerful. This man, Koro Sensei, the squid, can run at 20 Mach speed. A Mach speed of 20. And this man says he will kill everybody. He will destroy the entire earth in like a minute. This man can go across the world. Across the entire city in like less than a minute. I'm like, what is this? This guy is overpowered. Powerful, I'm sorry, my voice is sound like I'm excited. I am, I've caught up on the manga I'm reading, except for Fullmetal Alchemist. I'm currently buying volumes and reading that as I go along, but I've caught up all the other manga. I've caught up on Hunter x Hunter. Manga, I'm caught up on that. Arjun, I know a new chapter came out for that manga just yet. And everything else, I'm just caught up on everything else I'm currently reading. I don't want to read like any other manga, because when I heard Assassination Classroom was getting an anime adaptation coming out in January 5th, 2015, the winter, so I was like, I'll read the manga, and I was like, I'll read the manga, it's gonna be a bit weird, but no, this man is absolutely powerful, and there's so many moments of him, like, saying, I'm powerful, you guys can't kill me, if you can't kill me, I'll blow up the fucking earth. And Nagisawa Kun, or Nagisawa, the character, basically he was from the upper classes, but then, he failed, he was really intelligent, so they had to put him in class N or Class E, and, he had no friends or nobody acknowledged him because he was in Class E, and his whole homeroom teacher didn't like him because obviously he started decreasing, like, I'm glad I got rid of you, and he has a whole built up feelings. And Class E is not your ordinary class. They're very strange, they're full of strange characters and people who, like, just want to get out of it and just kill the fucking sensei, just wants to kill the fucking, like, squid thing. I call him Koro because that's his actual name, and they're trying to think of what name to call him, but they couldn't really decide what name they were to call him, so they said towards the end of the chapter, which is, I believe, 50 pages. So I love how this manga's, like, chapters are really long, and it's not text heavy, nor is, like, all super action, like, there are at least, like, a couple pages as that. And Sensei, or the squid, has different, like, faces. So if he's light pinkish, that means he's not really paying attention. He's more, like, he's just, like, fading, he just zoned out, he's not paying attention. And if he's green, he's very calmish, and he has a circle in his face. That means you got the correct answer, because he's a teacher. And if you think about it, the squid was more human than I thought he would be. He's a teacher, he's really good at teaching people. And whenever people try to assassinate him, you know what you do? The knife is right there, and oh, nope, then he's explained the answer. I'm like, are you serious? This man can multitask! Like, every time they would try to kill him, like, move out of the freaking way. And in one moment, he said, oh, it's Sensei's lunchtime, and then if someone tried to shoot him, he just dodged, he left. and he ran at a Mach 20 speed. Oh, like, oh, he's running at Mach 20 speed again. You know, literally, like, he was going back. This was doing. I'm gonna try to do action. So he was just marking quizzes as this man was running away. I am so sorry, but if that is not badass, I do not know what flipping is badass anymore. Because brilliant, amazing. This chapter, when you read this manga, guys, so from chapter 1 to chapter 7, which I believe is a volume, because I'm reading it from online. I believe I'm reading it from mangafox.me. So it said there's 8 volumes currently there, with the to be announced volume, of course, TBD volume. So I'll be reviewing from volume 1, chapters 1 to 7 or 7.5, and then I'll review volume 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then afterwards I'll just, what I'll do is I'll just say, you know, maybe I'll review like every like 20 chapters or every 10 chapters, you know, just to be more fair for you guys, because I want to show you, I want to tell you guys what I thought of this. I don't want to like post on Twitter. I want to tell you guys from my throat to my fucking video format what I thought of this. Hopefully you guys will not mind. Be sure to read this manga, because the anime adaptation, I pray, I know fucking Parasite anime adaptation and manga adaptation was very good. I just don't want it to be another Tokyo Ghoul or Deadman Wonderland where it's only 12 episodes and it's literally rushed. I don't want them milk. I don't want them to, like, you know, do 12 episodes the next season. You gotta wait and then you're just milking the series. Like, come on now, at least do like a full 25, which is reasonable, or 50. You know, if you want to go 50, which they probably will not, if you're gonna go there, do that. Overall, this was a really amazing chapter. Also, what was I missing? I believe when they graduate, if they don't kill him by March, which I believe is a weird day to graduate, maybe they're not really in actual classes, you know, that maybe like their actual classes, you know, everyone's learning, everyone's doing everything else. They're quite not as smart as you expect them to be, so that's why, you know, maybe they're graduating a bit earlier. Maybe they start school like in maybe a different month, or maybe they don't have summer vacation or something. But oh yeah, also when freaking this was a dope scene too. Like this was like, you know, very timed well. So basically the guys Nagisawa with some other people, whatever, you know, they're basically planning to kill. They had a plan for him. So basically they would give him this grenade, whatever, toy grenade. Oh yeah, by the way, the weapons are all toy based, so the government made weapons based for him, not for them. You know, if someone were to shoot a human, you know, if one of them, the students would shoot their friend or like an enemy they don't like, they won't actually be hurt a lot, so they would sting a lot. But for the teacher, they would possibly legitimately be able to kill him, and I don't believe they landed a bullet on him, because every time they would try to, he'd be able to dodge all the bullets, not even a single one hit, because it was Mach 20 speed. I'm not surprised. Oh yeah, and when the government tried to kill him, they sent a private jet plane after this muscle. They sent after motherfucker, man. They sent a plane after him, and where the private jet, well, guess what he did? He went on top of it and was waxing. He was waxing him. I'm like, what is this? This just proves to you how overpowered, yet human he is. You know what I mean? He's more like, you don't expect him to be a monster, but he actually is. So as I was saying about the whole color faces, also when his face becomes pitch black, you know that's the emotion for extreme anger. That man ran around those other guys' houses, not Nagisawa's, everyone else's house, like, you know, that's you. He put all their name tags. I'm like, how? Or maybe because he's a teacher, he knows where all the students live, because teachers are supposed to know their location, they're supposed to update. So they went to his house with guys and they're like, I know what from the government, I'm not allowed to kill you, but I'm not sure it's gonna happen to the other people you know, love, your parents. This man's threatening their parents. If they do anything like that, that's sneak nigga technique, you're gone, you're dead. That is absolutely brilliant. Also, I'm not doing this order, it's randomly throughout the manga. Also, Nagisawa was really talented, that's what he said, because, you know, he said, you know, you have a good talent, you will be the one who will be able to kill him. I have a feeling about that. And I also love how he wants to die. I guess he could potentially kill everyone in the freaking planet. Like, he could do whatever he wants. And he said, even if we can't even run toward the other side of the world, then he will kill us. Like, you know what I mean? He's not gonna kill him. I like how he's actually more human, to where he'll actually get to his, like, you know, stick to his, like, you know, statement, stick to his, like, promise, or, you know, thing, like, you know, the government says I can't kill you, so who says that to listen to the government? You could just kill the government officials and kill them, but he's a more respected guy. He has very good respect, very good morals, I would feel into, but he's a monster, an absolutely beast. Koro Sensei, oh my, I cannot wait to read more of the manga and see him a badass. I want to know what's up with that one page where he was a shadow like human, and like, you know, the teacher, you know, the woman was saying, you know, like, I don't think that's related to one of the students in the classroom, class E. I don't think he's related to the woman, is related to Nagisawa, because, you know, he was patting him in the head and everything else, you know, like, you have good potential. I feel like, he showed that he loved that woman, whatever, and, she died due to some disease or maybe because of something else, and it's like, you'll give these students the time of your day. If you do, they'll truly be appreciated, they'll truly learn something and everything else. And I was like, oh, that's so sad, dude. I want to see that scene anime. Oh my, I cannot wait to see the scene anime. By the way, they did reveal the voice actors for everything else, and one of the, I believe Sensei is being played from the person who played Lelouch Britannia from Code Geass, the sub voice, obviously. If it was dubbed, wow, I love the guy dubbed Lelouch's dubbed voice, but his sub voice is actually pretty good too. I hopefully they do amazing adaptation to this anime. Oh my god, I just cannot wait to read more, dude. I'm probably going to read more the next day because I want to read one chapter per day. Even though it's really good, I want to reread it as well because there were some moments I didn't get as well. But most likely I covered basically every significant detail that I can really cover in most pages. Like, they're talking about how, I don't know how fast Mach 5 is. It's freaking fast as shit. And one of the most funny moments too was like, these guys, they're trying to kill me with this missile, whatever. I just kept it as a souvenir because I'm surprised. Like, I'll keep this thing as a souvenir. I'll add to my hundreds of collections of freaking bullets and RPGs they try to kill me with. Oh yeah, when freaking, why did I say that choice? My apologies. I'm just really excited. I don't know what I'm saying right now. When they tried to kill him with the bomb, with that grenade or whatever, that little toy grenade, they're having a plan, and they had the whole toy grenade, everything else, they put gunpowder in the toy grenade when Nagisa was going to give in his poem. Apparently he's supposed to use the word tentacles in his poem. Weird, hentai, whatever. Nah, I'm not going to talk about that though, because there's a woman with tentacles and we assume it's hentai, but whatever. I don't really care about that was a factor. It's really hilarious though. So what happened was, he was going to give the thing because he was done. If you can finish off, you can go home. So he's going to give it. He was going to go home, but he had a knife. He had, like in the papers, he had a knife too, right? With something else behind the knife or around there. A grenade, or maybe behind the knife or something else. So he taped something behind the knife or something else. He gave the paper. He drew the knife. He obviously had a tentacle on there. And then, he grabbed the knife and thing else, and then the grenade was behind it. I was like, oh shit. It was like pellets, what I mean? So it blew up, and the guy with Tarakawa, whatever his name was, he said that, we need to give a little gunpowder in there just to push, like, give force to 200 freaking pellets in there. And obviously Nagisawa, they didn't care for Nagisawa. They, he could have been dead, honestly, because he was so near to the explosion, but he survived. This little skin, this weird, like, mold or whatever of the Sensei's skin. But he's, by the way, Sensei molds once a month, so there's like his secret technique, he survived because he basically molded his skin and protected him as well, and he actually does that only. That's when he got so mad. That is when that's when Sensei gets mad. He gets mad because Sensei actually reminds me, or Koro reminds me of my teacher. I'm gonna call him Sensei Koro because why not, right? He's teacher Koro, man. He's given that high level of respect. So Koro reminds me of my teacher one time. My teacher joked around. He jokes around a lot, just like how he does as well. But he's not a squid. He's not dangerous, too powerful. But whatever. He reminded me of that. And when I joked around my teacher too much, he got so serious. Oh my god, that just a scene that gives me goosebumps even to this day. He was my grade 10 teacher, and that scene, that memory gives me goosebumps. And when I saw that pitch black face, I got that memory immediately, yo. Oh my, I've been going on for too long. I'm sorry. Read this greatness called Assassination Classroom. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to comment below if you're gonna read this manga. If you're gonna read this manga, or watch the anime, or if you watch chapter review and you want to read, or my first impression, you want to read it, I'll be sure to link it below in the description for you guys to read along with me. Remember, after chapter 1, I'll be reviewing chapter 2 to 7.5, or chapter 2, or entire volume 1, and then volume 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then when I reach like volume 9 or something, maybe I'll do 20 chapters per review, or 5, or 10, whatever. So make sure to follow me on Twitter too for more of these discussion video thingies. Facebook, link in the description, Instagram, pictures, posters, whatever I buy, really Instagram, and Tumblr if you want to see anime blogs, I guess. It's not really important, but it's there. So I'll see you guys there. Farewell.